Welcome one and all, I'm Decoy, and today I'm going to go over the Raider and Settler bundle, show you what each of these things looks like. You get a little bit of my own opinion about some of this stuff, but I do need to say that I ran into a really annoying issue with a couple of the items. We'll get into that a little bit later. Now, of course, this bundle costs $30, and honestly, it is a little bit of a high price tag. The only positive twist I could put on it is if they were selling all of this stuff individually in the atomic shop, it would cost way more. Even still, I'm not a massive fan of it. I kind of would have rather seen it in the atomic shop, but it is what it is. First up, we've got the Raider outfit. You do get 3 pieces with it. You get the bandana, you get the face mask, and then of course you get the outfit itself. Which, overall, the outfit is kind of cool. But I did run into an issue when it came to the backpack. Because not only do I have the issue with the backpack that comes with the bundle, almost any backpack that I put on was floating a good distance from my back. And it's kind of annoying to look at. But next up, we've got the Settler outfit, which, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this outfit. I don't think any of my characters will wear this ever, other than to make this video. I don't know, not a huge fan, but I do like the backpack. I think it's partially because it looks like a more realistic or normal backpack. And there is quite a bit of detail with it. With the backpack having the medical logo and all that on it. Pretty cool, and I could see working that into some of the different looks I go for with my different characters. So that one's kind of really only half useful to me. But now to power armor, because I know there's some people that are all about the power armor skins. So first up, the Raider power armor. Now just so you know, I put this on an actual set of Raider power armor. Because why not, alright? I went all out, took that extra step. Now of course it does change the power armor to look like a variant of the Exo one. Which, honestly, I'm pretty cool with that, because Exo 1's one of my favorite looks for a power armor. Ironically, though, I'm not a big power armor person, so the skins didn't really matter as much to me, because the one set of power armor that I will put on, you're all gonna hate me for it, but it's the Raid power armor. And really, I just keep it on me. I earned this. It's pretty darn cool. Now the Settler power armor. So I'm not huge on the actual paint scheme on the armor, but I do appreciate some of the smaller details with it. It'd be a little bit more noticeable when I wrap back around to the front, because I'll get a little bit closer. But it's got tools attached all over. It's got tools attached on the leg, tools attached on the chest piece. And I do kind of like that. I like the little details with things. Though at the same time, it does kind of lose me on the paint scheme. Not a huge fan. And honestly, as we move through this, I just want you to know, I'm a way bigger fan of the Raider items than I am the Settler items. But the drop loot bags, if you're someone that doesn't own any of the drop loot bag skins, I will say that the bundle does have you covered in the sense that the Raider skin, or bag skin, whatever, is perfect for, say, your death bag. And then, of course, you get the Settler bag, which you could use as your actual drop loot bag, not your death bag. And you're covered. You got both bases covered. But then again, of course, if you want, you could have the Raider one set as both. But why not take advantage of having both of them? Overall, pretty cool, but that bag was actually quite a bit smaller than what I expected it to be. Now let's move on to the fun stuff, the camp items. Now I was pretty excited when I saw the minecart a while back, because I had glorious thoughts of planting trees in them, and unfortunately you can't do that. They're meant for crops, so trees are a no-go, which is kind of weird, but I get it. I still would have loved to have had like some of these carts specially set up in the middle of the house with trees growing, but take it or leave it. I do like the Raider one far more than, say, the Settler one, because it has a lower profile. And the Settler one, I mean, it's just a reskin of the Free Stage trailer, except now we got dirt in it. And I'm not a huge fan of that trailer to begin with, because it is challenging to place it on certain terrain. Because if you're placing it down and it's even on the slightest little hill, part of it's going to be floating. So it's already a troublesome camp item to begin with. But the minecart one, awesome. I haven't really got to place it on a bunch of different terrain, but I'll make it work because it looked clean. I like it. Now the stash boxes, I'll admit, I'm a pretty big fan of the Raider stash box. I actually like this one so much that I did go ahead and place it in one of the stores in my camp. I don't know, it's a nice Raider stash box, so, but at the same time, it does kind of bum me out that it's only in this bundle. I really wish all of this stuff would have just been in the Atomic Shop. Even if they kept it as a bundle in the Atomic Shop, I think it would have been better. Now the Settler stash box, it's not nearly as, it's gonna sound weird, it's not nearly as flashy, but Decoy, there's all that yellow. That yellow is pretty flashy. Okay, yeah, it's bright. Now, I think I just have my own little problem with the Settlers. Mainly that their logo reminds me of the hammer and sickle. And now I look at them and I assume they're all communists. And they're working with the Liberator bots. And yeah. Anyways, so this is where I have my major complaint, is with the little camp placement skins, or whatever you want to call it. And while they're neat, they're a massive problem in the fact that if you get this bundle and you get the skin for your little camp placement, the only way it's going to show that skin is for you to move your camp. And that is kind of some BS. I couldn't find an option to reskin one, so literally for me to show both of these, I had to move my camp to show the first skin and then move it again to show the second one, and that's just ridiculous. Also, if you want to find the skins to equip them, it took some digging. I had to go in, I had to go to camp items, I had to scroll through everything, and I found it hidden with decorations, which is friggin' weird, to say the least. Now, as for the flags, which is going to be our final set of things, I do appreciate the Raider flag, because our previous Raider flags just say, like, Raiders and stuff like that. And let's be real, writing isn't exactly a Raider strong suit, so logo's much cooler. But if you notice, when the sun was coming through the flags, you had that whole grid pattern inside the flag, and that is kind of annoying. Now, of course, the Founders flag. I actually appreciate the Founders flag more so than I did the stash box. But that's going to wrap up everything in the bundle. It's up to you whether you want to buy it or not. This honestly would be way more expensive in the atomic shop, but I still would have rather it been there. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please remember to like, sub, and share. Later.